Hey, welcome back everybody. How you doing today? Hope you're staying safe, away from the bad virus that's going on. Well, this is what we have today. We're working on a Kawasaki FD590V. Now, if you know anything about these Kawasaki's, they put a nice handy plastic. Alright, well, on these, they have a plastic cam gear. Who would ever do that? It's ridiculous. I don't know what kind of brain fart they had, but that was ridiculous. Well, I knew it had it. I suspicioned that it had it, and I knew if I had borrowed time. Well, lo and behold, it went. Because you can turn the engine over and you look at the valves. What you do is you pull the valve cover off, you turn the engine over, the valves don't move. That means that gear is stripped. I think it changed in 2001, 2002. If you look at the engine number, this one's manufactured in 97. I think that's what that is, yeah. Yeah, 95, 98, 97. I think that's it. Well, these got the plastic gears. They finally got smart and put the other gears, the metal gears, in there. And I'll show you that. But first of all, we got to get into this thing. We got to get, I got the deck off. Let me bring you under here. I'm draining the oil right now. But if you look here, you got this to take off. This is your electric clutch for the blade. Now I think once we get that off, just take this off, I think we can leave that pulley on. That's for the drive. And I think it'll be fine until we can get it out. It's easier to take it out there than in here. So first of all, we got these bolts here. You got this wire that's coming down here. You got to pull that off. And I think that's about it. And this bolt here, and this should pull down easily. It shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Ooh, well, look at that. Just learned that bearing. So I know you might want to check your idler pulleys, but see that one there? That one's going. So I better pull that off and look at it and see if I can save it for a bit until I get a new one in. You know, might be able to do some work on it. But okay, well, that's what we're up to. And then what we got these motor bolts that take off. I got this bolt's got to come off. I got this bolt here that's got to come off. And I think these are part of the motor bolt, so that's good. And I think this is part of the motor bolt. There should be one more over here. There's like 4 bolts holding that on. But before you do that, you got to come up here, take your battery out. Then you got this here that plugs in right here, which you can see that was corroded. So see how corroded that is? So it's kind of questioned me. Hopefully I'll check all those before I put that all back together. Now this here, this is just for the, somebody added one on, I think, or this here, all this here is for the hour meter, which does not work. So I ain't too worried about that. But this will all go with the engine. So we can, most you can keep together better. This will have to be disconnected right here. If you look at that, I think it gets pushed. No. Yeah, just disconnect. That's for the clutch. And we'll have to take the fuel line off. Just disconnect it there. And I think we should be about free of all what goes to this. Well, here we go. We got the, this is the gas. Yeah, I think it's the gas or the choke cable. So I think it's the choke cable. So that's it. And this thing should be able to be pulled off. So once I get all those bolts loosened up, I'll get it pulled off, and then we'll start tearing into it. I'll bring you along and let you see it. So yours might be a little different. You might have to take that pulley off. Depends on what lawnmower it is in. This is a Cub Cadet 0-turn. Yeah, this is an old one. As you can see, they don't put the stuff on them anymore. So I'll bring you back when I get that thing out and get it turned upside down, start taking it apart and show you what's wrong with it. All right, well, I just pulled the dipstick tube. I got it up here. Pulled the dipstick tube out. Set it off to the side here. And as you can see, I got the motor out and got it upside down onto here. Just so I can take it off. You can do this, but make sure you got your cap hanging off. But here we go. We got these bolts to take out right here. We got the water pump to take off. This pipe here to take off, which is probably a 10. And okay, well, I took this tube off. This goes to here for the water pump. And I think we got to take this top water pump off before I can take the whole thing off. Because I'm not too sure. This is my first time doing this. So I'm going to loosen up all these bolts that are holding this down. Oh, first of all, I got to get the pulley off. Now there's the pig in the room. I got to get the pulley off first, so then I can get the rest of it off. And I'll get that out and show you. All right, well, I know there's a lot done, but I had a heck of a time, people. And I'll show you. If you're doing this and you can't get the pulley off, this pulley was the biggest pain to get off. As you see, I had to weld nuts on there to use my puller to get it off, because I did drill an extra hole, but it started bending my pulley. And it might be a little bent now, I'll have to see. But I had to weld those on there to get this thing off. I mean, I spent about an hour or more trying to get that off. Well, then, there's the water pump. Then, this thing right here didn't want to come off. This was a pain. Ooh, it looks damaged. That don't look very good in there. Looks damaged to me, but I don't know. It looks damaged, but I don't see where it was damaged, because this all looks fine. So I don't know. We'll see when I get it back in there. What the heck's going on? But that was a pain to come off. That should just slide off, and I can see now why. Because look at that. That's kind of damaged. So I don't know what was in there. So I don't know. We're gonna get this cleaned up, get the crud cleaned up. I got to pull this off. And what failed on this wasn't the teeth. See here? This just broke away. It's just disintegrated. The little grommets that were in there. They're gone. This will probably pop right off. I pulled it all the way out, because I got all these released. See how you release these? You just push this. They're easy to push. But that's why it died. It was just spinning in there. You can see the hoods. I can't do it. I thought it would spin, but it wouldn't. So I gotta check around. There's those little pins in there. I found one, but we'll see where the other ones are at. But that was the issue with that. Now I gotta clean this dirt out of there that got in there trying to get the thing out. So there's the old one. Here, sorry about that. Let me pause and pull it out. Okay, see? All steel. Not gonna come apart. This is what should have been in there from the get, instead of the plastic junk that they put in there. All right, well, now I got to clean all this dirt out. Well, some of that's not dirt. Whatever's dirt, it's got to be cleaned out. I'll search around in there for those other little pins. Then I can push these back. Then I can set the new cam right into place, put it all back together. So I'll do a little cleaning and I'll get back with you. All right, here we are. We got it back in there. Just slip it back in there. It's not too hard. Make sure these, see the little dot right there, lines up with the big dot. You're good to go. Put it all back together. Now one thing I gotta clean this up, but we got this little thing here. That's gotta be in there. That has to be in there to seal that up. I'll probably put a little silicone on it too, just to make sure. And then I'll try to put that down. I gotta see why this was so scarred up, so I have to look at that and clean some of this gunk out of here and then put her back together. We'll see. Hopefully the thing runs. But I'll bring you back. All right, here we got the motor all together. Here she is, and we're going to do the coal fire up. Show you how to choke it a little bit there, about midway up. Give her some gas. There it is. There it is. It's running good. I need to warm up a little bit. We're all together, new cam in it. Ready to go. So got it all together. Hope this helps somebody. And hey, comment, subscribe, get notifications. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good day.